What a great way to start. Cough it all up. I am obviously a flaming homosexual, and people ask me if my parents knew, you know, did your brothers know, did people know? They weren't blind or deaf, so they definitely knew before I had come out that I was a massive homosexual. My parents used to subtly try and bring it up, to try and get it out of me. There was just some incredibly, just some really awkward moments. I mean, Dad was a flight attendant, so he worked with every conceivable gay, and Mum was in the fashion industry. I remember that the first sort of awkward story was when I think it was year 10. I was going out and I was all dressed up. When you look back at the photos from when I was that young, I looked fucking hideous. Like, I looked so bad. Like, it's really sad how ugly I was as a youth. And then I grew into a pretty dull, average looking person, but at least it was better than, you know, back in the awkward teen days. God damn, I was so disgusting. I was like so gross. And Mum was really supportive of her gross older child. You know, I had a face not even a mother could love. My mother still doesn't love my face. She continually asks me how my diet is going, and I continually lie and say it is going so well. I'm regularly going to the gym. I am eating well. So I come out and I'm in this like really nice little get up. Mum looks at me and she goes, "Oh, you're gonna look so good for all the boys and the girls, and mainly the girls. The girls and the boys." And then there was this long silence where none of us said anything. And I wasn't dressing up to impress girls or boys. Like, I knew I was a horrifically ugly human at that stage, and I was just waiting for the years to pass so I could grow into a significantly less ugly human. But that silence was just, it was like so awkward. Because here it was, my mum waiting for me to say something like, "No, Mum, I like boys." And she looked at me and she was like, "I'll just go prepare the dinner." What made it worse was most of the family were in earshot. So suddenly you see all these eyes just sort of go from the television to directly on me, waiting for my response. Like, oh, this is it. He's going to say something. He's going to say he likes the pain. And I made it my mission to just avoid watching any television shows with gay themes, like any sex, anything. Like when it would suddenly come on and you're sitting there watching a television show with your parents in the room and there's like a gay scene and you just feel like, I've got 3 brothers, and you just feel their eyes look at you and you're like, what do I do? Oh, I should act disgusted because I'm not gay. Oh, yuck. 2 men kissing. And then it would be like when straight people kiss, I tried to pretend to like it, like, whoa, she's so attractive. Her breasts are big and good. My brothers had no idea. This is how wonderful my brothers are. So I was just so shit at looking up porn. I would leave porn, gay porn, open on the screen and just leave the room and just forget. And I wouldn't close it. Like, how lazy is that? And I've got 3 brothers. So Nick said to me that he saw the history and was like, oh my God, who is looking this up? And he thought my other brother, Tim, was looking up gay porn. And then Tim said he thought Adrian was looking up the porn. And then Adrian thought Nick was looking up gay porn. And I didn't even get a mention. God knows how thick they are, but I got no mention. They had sort of no idea at this stage. And we were sitting around the dinner table, and I think we were all sitting around the dinner table. I would have been about 18, almost 19, and my brothers are 5 years younger, so they would have been, what? They would have been 14. Nick was saying something at school. He's like, oh, this is so dumb. I think this is just so... And he wanted to say gay. Like, oh, that's so gay. But he said this, he goes, oh, I was eating. Oh, that is just so gay. And he looked at me. Great. It's just so great. I really liked that detention. I thought it was really funny that he stopped himself mid-word. All the eyes. You feel all your family's eyes on you. And they sort of looked at me and was like, sorry. I'm like, bah, I don't care. And they were like, you don't care? Why don't you care? I'm like, nah, doesn't bother me. They're like, oh, here we go. And that was like the moment my whole family were like, oh, we do have a gay son / brother. What a dickhead. Let's beat him up for being different. And then Dad got out a knife. Mum was getting the shotgun out. My brothers had like machetes. And then they were trying to kill me. And then they were like, yuck, we hate that lifestyle. So that moment at the table, I think they all knew that I was out and a huge, massive gay. I was always a huge, massive gay. in the downstairs department. It's at least 1 inch from the ground massive. And now I think it's my brothers actually pretend to be interested in the things that I have to say. So when I find someone that they used to go to school with on Grindr, I'll tell them. I'm like, oh, I went to their house, their dick is massive. And they're like, oh, tell us more. Like they're trying to be a part of my life, but they really just don't want to hear the stories I've got for them. But I will just gung-ho and I will tell them most of the details, and they'll sit there very patiently being like, oh, thank you. Oh, suddenly I don't really want to eat this meal anymore. Usually they drink a lot of alcohol before I talk to them, I think, so they can just sort of pretend to appreciate the stories that I have, which are quite full on. Oh, this lighting is great. All right, now I'm going to look away pensively. Fade to black. Please subscribe. I don't have a great profile. I go like chin into shoulders. Like there's no neck. Like it's just like head and shoulders. Knees and toes. There's no neck edge. So that's why when I film, I look slightly down, because if I look up, oh, look, you see like this like mush. So you look down like this. Tips for filming. All right, bye.